Hello and welcome to another fantastic night of stargazing. The clouds have gone away for the day. The sky is looking pristine tonight. I am currently at a location called Tabragalba, which is pretty much between Tambering Village and Bow Desert and Canungra. It's kind of like in a three-way kind of section. It's a bit odd to say that, but it is what it is. But tonight we are going to try and capture the Milky Way, which is obviously going to be rising in the east. But in saying that, also in the east is the light pollution of the Gold Coast. So it's going to be interesting on how much light pollution there's going to be and how good the image is going to be of the Milky Way. Tonight all I'm using is a Google Pixel Pro 8. My brain doesn't work properly with like big DSLRs and mirrorless cameras and taking panoramic shots and all that sort of stuff and blending them all together. I set the phone up, I let it do its work and then go from there. So we shall see how that goes tonight. Our other problem is the fact that it is an 85.5% waxing gibbous tonight, which means it is very, very close to a full moon. And it is currently up there right now, looking down on me and going, "Hello, Mr. Daniel. I'm going to be bright for you tonight." And I'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, there we go." So, yeah, we've got two factors against us: light pollution from the Gold Coast and technically nearly a full moon tonight. So the Milky Way should be rising between 7 and 8:30. I haven't had a good look on photo pills just yet up for the exact time that it will be rising. But for now, we're just going to pretty much get set up. I'm here. It's a solo night. I'm going to be bored. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but you know how you go on a 3-day weekend or just a tiny overnight holiday or something along those lines, and you take 16 pair of underpants. Well, that's what it's like for me doing a solo kind of few hours out in the wilderness. Like I've got a table. I brought a table. Shit. I bought food, right? I brought food. This is kind of like a last minute thing. I'm like, I'll go to the supermarket and I'll just grab a couple of things. So I'm only going to be out here for a few hours. It's going to be cold in another 2 hours. So I was like, sweet. I'll just buy a couple of things. No. Me being me, this is my 16 pair of underpants, right? I've got a Pepsi because you need Pepsi to keep you awake. I've got ham. I've got potato salad. I don't know if I'll eat all that, but I'll be bored enough to do it. I've got salsa and I've got corn chips in there. Am I going to... I think... Look, I want to say that I've got some self-control, but I don't. The salsa's going to be gone. My gut is going to hate me in the morning because you mix salsa and chips, potato and gravy. No, just potato salad. Ham and like crackers. So I'm going to put some crackers. Not only that, I've got a protein shake. So protein shake and Pepsi's not going to match either. I don't know. For some reason, I over-prepare for parties, for nights and all that sort of stuff. And I know I'm not going to eat it all. But I might be bored enough just to do it. But we'll see how it goes tonight. I've also got like 7 tripods. I've got all my camera gear. And I'm just going, I don't need it all. But it's one of those things. It's a just-in-case scenario. Okay, so behind me now is east. That is the direction that the Gold Coast light pollution is going to come from. I'm hoping it's not too bad, but I can't guarantee anything. So the Milky Way should rise like right here somewhere. Somewhere around here. Yeah, go this way. And then it'll come up and say hello. And I'll be like, ka-ching, gotcha. So the only problem is the image is probably going to be very light. I'm a very amateur astrophotographer, by the way. So just let you know. But in saying that, we've also got this little problem here. So I'm just going to, because I'm doing everything by myself. Look at this. Hello, look at you. There is the moon. So I've also got that problem tonight as well, which is going to be a very interesting scenario. So it's not going to be completely black out here. There is going to be a lot of light coming from the moon. More so the moon. I've got to say the moon's probably going to make this place brighter than the light pollution from the Gold Coast. So, right, so it's getting quite dark now. The temperature is also dropping, so I will be putting my jumper on. Sorry, not a jumper, but an hoodie. Yeah, those things are the best. Not sponsored, by the way. I just love them. They're so good. So I've got my little table set up here. Yeah, we're gonna start having some dinner. So I've got some Cruskets, got some double smoked ham, and got some pickled mayo. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I can't forget. I've also got potato salad here, and my 75-cent knife, fork, and spoon set. It's wood. It's great because I'm an environmentalist. I've just realised though I have got 0 plates, so looks like we're doing this the old-fashioned way with no plates whatsoever. Wow. All right, let's crack this open. Get some Cruskets going. Fucking sweet. Get 2 from here. 2 sandwich bits, so 4 slices. Let's just use the table as a chopping board. We get some of that double smoked ham. Get it open. Yes. Get some ham. Oh, stick that on there. Let's say. Actually, I'm just going to rip it in half because so it doesn't flap out. Like so. Put that on there, and some of this pickle mayo. Let's get some of that on there too. Oh, yeah. Oh shit. All right. Give that a bit of dribble on there. Yeah, there you go. That is a healthy meal ready to go. Yes. Shit. I didn't realise that. Yeah, I put way too much mayonnaise on this. It was going everywhere. It's not bad though. Pickled mayo is actually quite nice. Oh. I'm eating this weirdly because it's just dripping everywhere. Okay, so the sun has officially gone down. I'm just going to do a test shot with the Google 8 Pro just to see what it's like. So I'll just bring you around and you'll be able to see what I'm looking at. So that there is the Gold Coast lights. The Milky Way has got to come up through there somehow. So I'm going to do an astro shot with the Google and see how it goes. So the way the Google 8 Pro Astro Mode works is it goes for 4 minutes and it's a series of photos and it stacks them. By the end of 4 minutes, you'll have a nice complete shot, hopefully with a bit of detail with the Milky Way in it. At the moment it is just 6 o'clock at night, and it's slowly but surely making its way up. So by 6:30, 6:45, it should be really like getting up there. So I'm just going to start it now, and we shall see how it all goes. Okay, so this is the issue that we have with a full moon and the Gold Coast lights. So the ground is going to be all lit up, and where the Milky Way is going to rise is where all those light pollution is in the background there. Alright, so it's currently 7 o'clock, so we're going to try the next photo. So right now the Milky Way should be rising, it should be halfway up from the horizon now, so we should be able to get like a nice core in there as it's rising. I'm not too confident that we'll get it, but what we're going to do is we're just going to try it anyway and see how it all goes, because yeah, look, a little bit of something better than nothing. Okay, so that has finished. Let's have a look at what we got here. Will you get out of there? Alright. So we're going to have a look at that photo. Look. It's definitely not perfect, and you're really not going to get anything tonight. Because if you have a look at the photo that I've just posted up now, you got the arch from the city lights, and then you've got the glow from the full moon. So there's like there's a little bit of a leeway between the two, where there's a little bit of, you can kind of see the stars between the two arches of light, and you can just faintly see the Milky Way, which is actually better than I expected to for this phone. So what we'll do is we'll just come back in another half an hour, which will be, yeah, we'll come back at 7:30, so it's another 20 minutes, and we're going to see how it goes. We'll see how much more the Milky Way has actually come up, and if the photo is actually going to be just a little bit better. Okay, so I decided to take 2 photos just to, there's a bit of an anomaly on the first photo I took, so I took a second photo and the same thing happened, and then realised that I had the camera positioned back a little bit, but it was in line with the camera gear. So I've got a DJI Pocket Pro, or whatever it is, connected to an iPhone. Now the side of the iPhone is chromed, or whatever that, it's got that chromy material to it. But also where the moon is positioned is actually sending light off that chrome bit and across the lens of the camera, so it's having the streaky bit, as you can see. So I'm going to try it again and see what we can do. I'm going to move the camera forward a bit more and see if that makes a better photo. Okay, so the same thing has happened again on multiple photos that I have taken. So I'm assuming it's got something to do with the full moon, or basically the full moon coming down. You've got the city lights coming up, and it's causing like a, so it's like a barrier per se. Now I'm no scientist or lights magician or anything like that, but yeah, that's what I'm putting it down to, is that yeah, there's some light refraction, light bouncing off other light. I don't know if that's the correct thing or not, but it's causing this kind of streak both horizontally and kind of yeah, on a curvature in the photos. So I'm currently trying another photo in a different spot, and so far so good. It hasn't come up with that at all, so that's what I'm bringing it down to. Okay, so that came out a lot better. realised what I was doing was I had the phone up on an angle, so I got more of the sky and less of the land. What I had to do was kind of put the phone in a horizontal kind of position, so I got half land, half the sky, and that made a huge difference. As you can see in the photo, you can now see the Milky Way core. It's still not perfect, and you're still not going to hang it on your wall, but you can capture it once it's up in the sky. So this photo was taken just now, so it is 8:15. So about 8:15 you should be able to capture the core coming up, and it should be above the light pollution or the city glow of the Gold Coast. So in saying that, I'm going to leave the video here. So you can capture the Milky Way core, but it's just not going to be all worthy. So what I'll do is I'll leave you on the time lapse or the night lapse that the GoPro has gotten, and until next time, have fun stargazing.